circumstances. Leonard has lost only once, that June bout in 1980 in Montreal to Duran, and that a questionable decision. Wants to go on to the very pinnacle of his division and the total history of that division in boxing. Now here's referee Mills Lane with the ring instructions. Lane.
Okay, few seconds. I want you to go right on the grease, okay? Right on the grease. Now, you've had your instructions. Any pressure from Mr. Finch's corner? Any pressure from Mr. Leonard's corner? Shake hands. Let's get it on, boys.
Mills Lane with the instructions. Mills has done any number of championship fights, including 2 Larry Holmes fights, including the great one against Kenny Norton. There is the tail of the tape for you to observe. According to the promoters, Finch's record 33-1. The bell for action in round 1. Scoring on a 10-point must system. Referee has no voice in the scoring. The 3 judges, Herb Santos, Sabrino, Dwayne Ford of Las Vegas, and Henry Ellis Buru of Sacramento, California. They'll be doing the scoring. Very easy in the early going. One right by Finch got in. Minute into round 1. Fighters have had 4 common opponents. 3 of them have knocked out Finch. Sugar Ray Leonard has knocked out all 3 of them. Each enjoyed a decision over Rafael Rodriguez. Minute and a half into this, the first round. Sugar Ray appears to be in superb shape at that 146 pounds. Right now, Finch has him missing. Sugar Ray hardly opening up at this point. Crowd yelled as Finch tried to pour right into the midsection. The blow picked off by Ray's left glove, as the most recent one was. Picked off the left by Leonard. If Leonard has any problem as a fighter, in my view, it's the fact that he's been doing too many other things. He's become an almost redundant figure on television in many guises. We approach the end of round 1. Ringside, Reno, Nevada, round 2 underway. First round, Leonard doing nothing. Finch got in one butt to the top of Leonard's forehead, and Finch, whatever scoring was done, scored. Good counter right by Bruce Finch. Leonard, of course, an outlandish favorite. Leonard has a tendency, although for reasons not clear, not to show well against fighters not really in his class. A good evidence, Larry Bonds. in that bout up in Syracuse. Finch thus far the aggressor. Crowd goes wild as they view Finch as a potential miracle worker.
I'm 283. Come on, you got a
What
two-hand
they've got to understand is that Leonard is a class fighter. That he has fought the best. Hearns, Benitez. And basically, Finch has been a club fighter, fighting nobody. Up, there you see it. One strong right and backwind Finch, and now Leonard's opening up, and there it is. That's a class fighter against a club fighter. A terrible mismatch. The fight goes on. The first knockdown in the second round. From nowhere, Leonard opened up, and look at this. Horrible exhibition. Lane over to the neutral corner with Leonard. And we still have 25 seconds left in the second round. 2 knockdowns. The 3 knockdown rule is waived. This is a championship fight, and this should end. He may survive this round, but look at this. Disgraceful. Knockdown in slow motion. Watch Sugar Ray. There's a left, but it was the right that put him down. And Finch was ready to go right then. An overhead angle, you'll see it very clearly. Finch with a left, and his left is down. Leonard taking immediate advantage of Finch, and so Finch went down. There are 2 gentlemen who saw Johnson demolish Jeffries in 1910. At least that was part of a fight. This one won't be. The bell for round 3. 2 knockdowns by Leonard of Finch in the second round. From nowhere, Finch had been the aggressor. And then, suddenly, from against the ropes, Leonard opened up, and Finch never saw the blows coming. It began with a right that sent him halfway across the ring. Then knockdown 1, knockdown 2. There was a quick right by Leonard, and Finch is ready to go again. Leonard will get $1.5 million for this. Finch $100,000. Cautioning note to Leonard comes from Dundee. Watch the fight ahead because Finch butts. That's where Leonard has to be a little careful. You saw Finch's head against Leonard's forehead. The quick right lead, and another chopping right, and another. And you see the wobbly legs, and down goes Finch. It's the 3rd knockdown of the fight. And Mills Lane, Leonard keeps going to his own corner instead of the neutral corner. It's time to end this. That's it. Mills Lane did it right. A really disgraceful mismatch. Does nothing to benefit boxing. Does nothing to benefit...
And in fact, he got a couple of extra seconds on that knockdown simply because Sugar Ray did not go to the farthest neutral corner. So Sugar Ray Leonard is the winner by a technical knockout here in the 3rd round. And it was very impressive regardless of the competition. Sugar Ray Leonard is just getting better with every fight. It's just that simple. Let's take another look at the end of the fight. That left hand just buckled the knees. And you can see, look at the knees of Bruce Finch. He just had nothing left at that point, and almost any other punch would have put him down. In fact, Ray did not really hit him with a solid punch after that left hook buckled the knees. Let's take another look at it. Watch the left hook. The right hand set him up, and the left hand brought him back. You didn't quite see it because it was behind you, and you can see the dance that Bruce Finch is doing at that time. He was out at that juncture. Interesting shot here. This is from up in the rafters of Centennial Coliseum. It was the right hand really that did do most damage, not so much the left, but there is the left, and that was the final punch. Sugar Ray taking a step back from it and really just waiting for Bruce Finch to fall. The legs are the first to go, and they went on Bruce Finch, and after that it was merely a question of how long it took the challenger to fall down. Sugar Ray did not really hit him with a solid punch after that. It was the right hand that set him up, a left hand coming back behind it. And you can see Sugar Ray Leonard, if he's going to be on television, he's going to look good, folks. So he retains his undisputed possession of the welterweight title. And right now, let's go up to Jimmy Lennon for the official decision. Jimmy?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of the knockout. 1 minute and 50 seconds in round number 3. Referee in charge, Mills Lane, stopping the bout. The winner by way of knockout, remaining the undisputed welterweight boxing champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard.
And really, there was never a question about it, almost from midway through the first round. Bruce Finch had to go after his man. There was really no other way. He could not do what mistakes Larry Bonds did in his encounter with Sugar Ray at Syracuse. He tried to backpedal, tried to stay away from him, and then it was only a question of time until Sugar Ray Leonard caught up with him. And now, let's go up to Larry Merchant right now. Larry Merchant is going to be with Sugar Ray Leonard in just a moment. I'll hold it here for just a second until we get a camera around to talk with the winner, Sugar Ray Leonard, still the welterweight champion of the world. There really was never a doubt about it. Once that right hand in the second round was the one, Leonard had his back to the ropes, jumped off of the right hand, and from that point on it was downhill for Bruce Finch. Let's go to Larry Merchant with the winner.
Ray, you've done a lot of color commentary on boxing. Would you give us your commentary on this fight?
Well, I tell you, Larry, I came into the ring, I was a little cold. Although I warmed up quite well in the back, I came out just a little too cold. It took me about a round or two really to warm up. Bruce, quite naturally, I knew he would come and try to take control early. I had to fight him against the ropes a couple of times to pretty much loosen myself up, and that was the case. I knew fully well he was vulnerable for a left hook, and I set him up for it.
How did you know that he was vulnerable for a left hook?
Well, he kept dropping his hands, and he would throw punches, and they were very stiff punches, and I would go to the body to make him drop his hands even further.
Let's take a look at the knockout here in 1 second. Okay, would you describe it for us, Ray?
Well, here I came across with the overhand right. You know, normally I go to the body. That left uppercut to the chin dazed him. I knew I had him in trouble, so it was pretty much a waiting process. And here, Mills Lane stepped in, rather.
Okay. All right, in 1 moment, we're going to take a look right here at the knockdown in the second round. Describe that for us.
Well, again, I was inside, and the left uppercut that we saw earlier did a number on him.
Were you just basically toying with him until you got your opening, Ray?
Well, I knew fully well that as the rounds would progress, quite naturally I get stronger. My punches land more accurate, and I knew that Finch would come out and try to do damage early. We collided heads a couple of times, and I noticed Angelo and Jenks was yelling, watch out for the headbutts.
Did he sting you at all?
Never really stung me, although I felt his punches. Bruce Finch has a kind of punch that's very stiff. He pushes with the punch. He reminds me of one of my local guys, Warren Fortune.
Is this a good fight for you, Ray, after the epic Hearns battle, to come in against someone like this and to just try your stuff on him?
I think it's a great fight. I think it's a great mental fight, mainly because coming off such a big and impressive victory over Tommy Hearns to come down to, as boxing critics call, an insignificant fight. I fought Finch. I got up for him. I was prepared for him mentally and physically.
All right, we're going to take a look at some more action here in 1 second. Would you describe what you see?
Well, I missed there with an overhand right and was tying up here. That left hook there and the body shots, along with the uppercuts, did damage. That left hook and the right hand put him down.
You were working on the body shots. Somehow you seem to think that you're not as good a body puncher as you should be.
Well, I know fully well I do quite a lot of damage to the body. The body shots was hurting Finch, although a lot of times he connected there. I could not really get in good body shots, although the uppercuts pretty much did a lot of damage.
Ray, thank you very, very much. This was the anticipated fight. Where do we go from here?
I really don't know. I'm going home, take a rest, and probably get back with HBO later on.
Thank you very much. We're going to go back to ringside, and we're going to have some big boxing news for you in a little while.
All right, thank you very much, Larry Merchant. Also, he works longer hours when he works for HBO. That's another factor. So